When does life truly begin, and who gets to make that decision? This question, deeply philosophical and morally complex, sits at the heart of the abortion debate. A debate that has been the subject of countless conversations, heated arguments, and political campaigns. In the midst of this controversy, we find Douglas Murray, a British author and political commentator of note, grappling with his own views. Known for his incisive commentary and sharp wit, Murray's perspectives on abortion have been as fluid as they've been fascinating. From conservative to liberal, his stance has evolved and transformed, reflecting not just his personal journey, but the broader socio-political shifts of our times. It's a journey that has intrigued and provoked, inviting us to question our own beliefs and assumptions. So, let's set aside preconceptions and open our minds. Prepare to venture into the complex, often uncomfortable territory of moral and ethical dilemmas. Let's delve into the shifting perspectives of Douglas Murray on the subject of abortion. In the early days, Murray adhered to a strictly conservative view on abortion, a stance that was firmly rooted in the belief of the sanctity of life from the very moment of conception. Murray was vocal about his opposition to abortion, often leaning heavily into the moral and ethical implications of the act. His arguments from this period were compelling and thought-provoking. He posited that every life, no matter how small or nascent, had inherent value and deserved a chance at existence. Abortion, in his view, was tantamount to denying this right. The ethical quandary he raised was this: if we accept the premise of life beginning at conception, then isn't aborting a fetus akin to taking a life? Murray's conservative stance on abortion was not just a political viewpoint, but a deeply personal conviction. He argued that society's moral fabric was at stake, underlining the need for a robust discussion on the matter. But as time went on, his views began to evolve. Murray's views didn't remain static. They began to shift toward a more nuanced middle ground. As time passed, Douglas Murray found himself grappling with the complexities of the abortion debate. He began to wade into the gray areas, acknowledging that the issue was not as black and white as he had initially perceived. The rights of the woman, the potential life of the fetus, these were all pieces of a larger, more intricate puzzle that demanded contemplation. Murray started to acknowledge and respect the woman's right to autonomy, to control her own body. However, he remained steadfast in his belief that the fetus also had rights. And so, he began to advocate for a balanced approach, a middle ground. His new stance was one of acceptance towards early-stage terminations. He understood that there were a myriad of reasons why a woman might choose to terminate a pregnancy, and he recognized that these decisions were often made under difficult circumstances. However, he also began to advocate for restrictions on late-term abortions. He contended that as the fetus developed and became more viable, its rights also needed to be considered and protected. This shift demonstrated a more nuanced understanding of the issue. It was a departure from his earlier conservative views, a move towards a more balanced perspective that acknowledged the complexities of the debate. This middle ground perspective marked a significant shift from his earlier conservative stance. In recent years, Murray's views have leaned towards a more liberal perspective. His evolving stance on abortion is a testament to this shift. While he maintains a conservative caution around late-term abortions, he has increasingly come to support a woman's right to choose. This, he declares, is a matter of personal freedom, a cornerstone of any liberal democracy. However, Murray doesn't shy away from the societal implications of this stance. He often discusses the responsibility society has to provide support systems for women who may feel pressured into making such a decision. This includes access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. His arguments, therefore, straddle the line between individual autonomy and collective responsibility. His liberal shift doesn't negate his conservative roots, but rather enriches them, encapsulating the nuanced nature of the abortion debate. Thus, Murray's views on abortion have traversed the spectrum from conservative to liberal, reflecting the complexities of this deeply divisive issue. So, how has Douglas Murray's perspective on abortion transformed over time? His journey has been a fascinating one. From initially adopting a conservative stance, expressing reservations about abortion, to gradually embracing a more middle ground position. Over time, he shifted towards a more liberal view, recognizing the complexity of the issue and the importance of women's rights. In the end, Douglas Murray's evolving views on abortion mirror a broader societal conversation, one that continues to shape and be shaped by the shifting sands of public opinion.